Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed this? You work harder than everyone else. You stay late. You put in the extra hours. You say yes to every single task that comes your way. But somehow, when the promotion list comes out, your name isn't on it. The big opportunity goes to someone else. And you're left standing there completely baffled, wondering, what on earth am I doing wrong? Well, I'm here to tell you the uncomfortable truth, the one that most people won't say out loud. Hard work alone will not make you the best employee. In fact, it might be the very thing holding you back. And today I'm going to explain exactly why that is and what you can do to change it. Think about your office right now. I guarantee that in almost every company, there's one person who fits this description perfectly. Maybe it's Sarah from marketing or Tom from IT. They are the office martyrs. They're always busy, always looking stressed, always typing furiously at their keyboards long after everyone else has gone home. They are incredibly reliable. If you give them a task, you know it will get done. Managers absolutely trust them with day-to-day work, but they don't promote them. They don't give them the big, career-defining projects. Why? It's a simple and kind of brutal reason. The company doesn't reward effort. It rewards impact. And those two things, my friends, are very, very different. We're conditioned from a young age to believe that trying hard is what matters. But in the professional world, that's only half the story. The person who is constantly busy but not moving the needle on what truly matters is seen as a reliable cog in the machine, not the person who should be designing the next machine. So let's break down the first core insight, the critical difference between effort and impact. This is the foundation of everything. Hard work is all about input. It's the hours you clock, the number of emails you send, the sheer volume of tasks you complete. It's measured in sweat and time. But being a top employee, the kind that gets recognized and promoted, is all about output. It's about the results you create. Let me simplify it even further for you. Hard workers, when they finish a project, tend to ask themselves, how much effort did I put into this? Did I work hard enough? They feel a sense of accomplishment based on their struggle. Top performers, on the other hand, ask a completely different question. What result did I create? What value did I add? Think about it. You could work a grueling 12-hour day, responding to 100 emails and attending 5 meetings, and still create less tangible value than someone who works a focused 6-hour day. Why? Because that other person wasn't just busy, they were strategic. They focus their energy on the one or two things that would actually make a difference. The workplace doesn't have a sweat bonus. It has a solutions bonus. It rewards people who solve problems, create efficiencies, and drive growth, not just people who look busy doing it. This leads us directly to the second core insight, which is what I call the visibility problem. This is a massive mistake that so many hardworking employees make, and it's heartbreaking to watch. They operate under the assumption that good work speaks for itself. They believe that if they just keep their heads down, grind it out, and do a great job, sooner or later someone important will notice and reward them. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this, but that's a fairy tale. It doesn't work that way. Your manager is busy. Your director is even busier. They have their own projects, their own fires to put out. They are not secretly monitoring your every move, waiting to give you a gold star for effort. They simply don't see everything you do. Top employees understand this reality deeply. They don't just do the work. They make their impact visible. Not their effort, their impact. There's a subtle but powerful difference in how they communicate. A hardworking employee might say, "Phew, that report is finally done. I worked really hard on this all weekend." What does a manager hear? They hear you're tired and that the task took a long time. A top performer takes the exact same work and frames it differently. They say, "I've completed the analysis, and it shows that by making this one change, we can reduce errors by 30%. Or, "I've automated this part of the reporting process, which should save the team about 5 hours every week." Do you see the difference? It's the same work, but one version highlights the struggle, the other highlights the solution. One is about you, the other is about the business. Which one do you think is more powerful? Now, for our third core insight, the distinction between ownership and obedience. This is what separates the followers from the leaders. Hard workers are often masters of obedience. They are excellent at doing what they're told. You give them a checklist and they will execute it flawlessly. They follow instructions to the letter. Their focus is on completing their assigned tasks and staying within the lines of their job description. Top employees, however, operate differently. They focus on owning outcomes. They don't just see a task, they see a goal, and they take personal responsibility for reaching that goal, even if it means stepping outside their prescribed duties. Let's imagine a scenario. A project hits a snag and something goes wrong. A hard worker focused on obedience might say, "Well, that wasn't my responsibility. I did my part exactly as I was told." And they might be technically correct, but a top performer focused on ownership has a different reaction. They say, "Okay, there's a problem here. Here's my idea for how we can fix it." Or even better, "I noticed a potential issue and already took the first step to address it." Companies don't promote people who are great at pointing out whose fault something is. They promote people who fix things. They promote people who think like owners of the business, not just renters of a job title. They want people who take initiative and drive things forward, not people who are constantly waiting for their next set of instructions. So, if you've been nodding along and realizing that you might be stuck in the hard worker trap, don't worry. This is not about working more. It's about working smarter. You can make the shift from a hard worker to a top performer. And it starts with changing 3 key things in your daily routine. First, actively work on high-impact tasks. Before you start your day, instead of just diving into your overflowing inbox, ask yourself one simple Powerful question. If I could only do one thing today, what is the single activity that would create the most value for the team or the company? Identify that task and do it first. Protect that time. Most of what we do in a day is just noise. Learn to find the signal. Second, start translating your work into results. Stop reporting your activities. No one cares that you attended 5 meetings. Start reporting your outcomes. Instead of saying, I updated the spreadsheet, say, I analyzed the data and it confirms we're on track to meet our quarterly goal. Always connect your work to a result, an impact, a so what. This reframes your value in the eyes of everyone around you. Third, and this is the fastest way to stand out. Solve problems before you're asked. Be proactive. If you see a process that's clunky and inefficient, don't just complain about it. Spend an hour thinking about how to improve it. Draft a simple proposal. If a customer has a recurring issue, don't just keep fixing it. Figure out the root cause and suggest a permanent solution. This is how you silently signal to everyone that you are a leader in the making. Ultimately, all of this comes down to one powerful mindset shift that will change the entire trajectory of your career. Are you ready for it? Here it is. You are not paid to work hard. You are paid to make things better. Read that again. You are not paid for your time or your effort. You are paid for your contribution. You are paid to solve problems, to create value, and to move the business forward. Once you truly internalize this once, you stop seeing your job as a list of tasks to be completed and start seeing it as a platform for creating impact. Everything changes. Your priorities become clearer, your work becomes more meaningful, and your career will accelerate in ways you never thought possible. If this video helped you see your work and your career in a new light, do me a favor and hit that like button. It's a small click for you, but it makes a huge difference in helping the channel grow and reach more people just like you. And if you want to go even deeper, make sure you subscribe. Because in the very next video, I'm going to break down how top performers think differently at work. These are the mental models and frameworks that nobody teaches you in school or in corporate training. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.